Since I'll be league starting Heist for 327, I spent a lot of time looking into Heist, doing some testing, gathering information. So let's go over what I found. I've done my best to make sure this information is accurate, but I'm sure there's some that's not, and there's going to be some Heist gurus out there who might find mistakes. So if something is wrong, please feel free to flame me in the comments, and I'll make a pinned comment with any corrections that are there. Getting started with Heist. Once you enter Act 6, you'll start to drop rogue markers and get smuggler's caches in areas which drop markers, heist contracts, and grand heist blueprints. You can right click on the rogue marker to open a portal to the rogue harbor for the first time, which is your heisting home base. Once you've been there once, the rogue harbor will be available on waypoints for free travel. You can also type /heist to get there. The first time you're there, talk to Kurai, and then set the heist locker affinity, so when you place any markers, contracts, or blueprints into your stash, they go into your heist locker instead. Another small tip is that you can control click Adia to start contracts and alt click on her to start blueprints, just to save you an extra click and a small bit of time when you're running lots of these. The basic gist of Heist is that you're hiring rogues to go on contracts with you to collect the contraband at the end, which can then be sold to Faustus for rogue markers. Along the way, there'll be small chests which drop a variety of loot, and side rooms which drop loot corresponding to the icon shown above them, such as currency, divination cards, stacked decks, harbinger items, etc. There are also blueprints, which are larger heists, with the reward at the end as a choice between multiple items in the grand curio cases. Now, these are where most of the value from Heist comes from. Blueprints can have multiple wings, and will often drop with just one revealed. To run multiple wings per blueprint, you'll need to reveal them by paying rogue markers and running regular heist contracts to earn reveals. Contracts 5 levels below yours cannot earn reveals, and you'll be warned of this before running one. For regular contracts, take them straight to Adia and select a rogue. For blueprints, you'll first need to optionally reveal more rings and reward rooms at Pconc, then go into the planning room and select the rogues before taking them to Adia to start. Different rogues have different jobs that they can do, and each contract requires different jobs. With the upcoming 327 League, we'll no longer need to level up our different rogues, which gets rid of some busy work. All the jobs for every rogue will be maxed at level straight away. Just because we don't have to level up our rogues, we do still need to unlock them. To do this, you just need to run a single contract with a specific rogue to unlock the next one in the order. Now, that order is as follows. Tibbs will unlock Talina, who will unlock Nanette. Then Cast will unlock Huck, who will unlock Niles, Binderi, then Gianna. Now, Gianna is the most important one here, so you really want to get her done first. Contracts must be level 50 and above to unlock a new one, so you can use the contracts from Pconc to do this, and it shouldn't take too long to get every rogue unlocked. Now that we've got all of our rogues unlocked, we can gear them. This is very important and can make your heisting much smoother and just faster as well. Each rogue can have 4 pieces of gear: a brooch, a cloak, gear, and tools. Now, increased job speed is really what you want to be rolling on every piece of gear where possible, and on your heist tools, specifically at level 82 and up, they can roll +1 level to all jobs for heists. This is also very good to get. For Gianna specifically, if you're running deception contracts and not blueprints, then it's worth trying to get chests duplicate basic currency and chance to generate additional reveal with Pconc. Otherwise, stick to the job speed and the +1 level to all jobs. There are a few different strategies we can run with Heist. The first is just running regular contracts. Now, deception contracts are king. This is because we can use Gianna, who at max level gives us a 40% discount on our reveal cost. For these, we'll be scouring the white. The rarity and quantity you get from magic or rare contracts only affects monsters and not the chests. It simply makes the heist harder with next to no reward. As you're running through, open up side rooms that are worth opening, such as divination, currency, and question marks, as they can drop quite a few different things. With 327, we are also going to have gold rooms. Now, we don't know how much gold this is going to drop yet, so we're going to test it out early on, and we'll see if they're even worth opening. Because typically, Heist doesn't give a lot of gold otherwise, which means you're going to have less gold for trading, for King's March, and other things. Now, you can start this as soon as you get to Act 6. Typically, getting to around Act 10 and doing your third lab, and then heisting without killing Gatava is the best way to league start Heist. Now, this is definitely a do as I say, not as I do situation. As I've said in my previous videos, I'm going to be rushing 2 stones and taking down Eta and Exarch first. That is definitely not the most efficient way to league start Heist. I'm doing that just because that's what I like to do on day 1. Once you get a bit established, a few days into the league, you've got a bit of money, and you've got a good heisting build going. The most efficient profit tends to come from running single wing blueprints. Now, these don't require any reveals, so there's no need to run regular contracts with Gianna first. You can just bulk buy the blueprints, bulk buy rogue markers, and you can run these back to back to back. Again, we're going to be scour and going with these. Making them rare simply makes them more difficult for no gain. I'm going to sprint to the end, open up any side rooms that are available that are worth it, get the curio at the end that's good, and you're going to leave. The final option is to fully reveal your blueprints and run all 4 wings that come with them. Now, buying fully revealed blueprints in bulk can normally be quite expensive, so I'd only recommend doing this if the cost of regular blueprints is already quite expensive, and I'd suggest pairing it with the first one, where you're running deception contracts and you're earning the reveals yourself and you're revealing the blueprints yourself. Once you have all 4 wings revealed, it's the same as the other one. You're just running to the end, getting the good curio at the end, and you're getting out. If you don't like buying contracts, you're playing solo self-bound, or you just want to get the contracts yourself, then you can run maps and pair Heist with something else. This will also allow you to play around with the new breach mechanics. The Heist nodes on the Atlas tree are quite well placed to pair with almost anything else you want to do. Faster maps does mean faster contract acquisition, so best to do something that doesn't slow you down too much, such as essences or boss rushing with destructive play for Synthesis, Conqueror, Shaper, and Elder maps. You can also do this and simply sell the contracts and blueprints in bulk to people running Heist if you don't want to run Heist yourself. Block content you don't want to see on your maps, but remember that blocking a mechanic also blocks its scarabs from dropping. So I like to keep an eye on the market and not block mechanics that have expensive scarabs. Now, this is the 326 Atlas tree you're seeing at the moment, so I will post a link to the updated 327 version in the description when it's released. Now, if you have already transitioned into a ZDPS Heist build, you will need a second character to run maps if you're willing to go down this route. That about covers it. Now, I'm sure there's plenty more I'll learn about Heist through my league start, and I'll be doing my best to put out daily update videos on my build, my progress, and how Heist is going. So, as I find out more, I'll make sure to put all of that in those videos, and a summary video after I'm done with Heist for the league. So subscribe to stay up to date, and I hope you all have a good league start.